What's up, y'all? Peace, light, and love. I am Shakesha Divine. I wanted to stop in real quick because it's just been a lot that's going on out here in these particular streets. Hold up, let me turn this. I got my chill music on and everything, vibing. It's a whole vibe over here, no doubt about that, right? Because that Scorpio moon that we just came up off of, I got to tell you something. It did its damn thing out here, and this is an auspicious time for us to really begin checking in with ourselves, no doubt about it, and everything. And so spirit has just really been showing me just so many things that we can begin checking in on, right? Not for us to be in this space where we sitting around focusing on all of the shit that's wrong with us, right? But really giving us an opportunity to see those parts of ourselves where we can make some adjustments at, right? Or those parts where we can recognize what's real, right? Because see, we haven't been up under these bullshitting programs, right? That tell us that those darker parts, those darker aspects within ourselves, right? That's what's to be discarded. We're supposed to pretend like that's not who we are, right? But really what what the divine would have us do is begin really embracing all aspects of ourselves, right? And those parts of ourselves that we really ain't appreciating, that we really ain't vibing with, that we really ain't feeling, that we make some adjustments on that so that we can be more in a place where we can show up in our authentic energy and everything. And so with this whole particular Scorpio full moon that we just came up off of, it gave us an auspicious opportunity to step in and course correct, because Scorpio energy, baby, is all about transformation, ruled by the planet Pluto and Mars, right? And Pluto and Mars, right, they both bring that warrior type of energy. Now, Pluto energy is all about that transformation and everything. Mars is that action oriented energy and everything. And this particular energy, when you bring them together, this is talking about some major transformations. But with Scorpio is water energy. Water is all about the emotions and everything. And when I think about Scorpio and it being water as far as the emotion, it makes me think of piss, right? Because piss is that aspect, very real, very raw within ourselves and everything, right? But it's something we ain't really necessarily wanting to share with folks all like that and everything, right? It's one of those aspects of ourselves we know is true and everything, but this ain't what we really talking about at the end of the day, right? And so Scorpio energy is absolutely straight like that, right? This is the truth. This is real business. This is that in darkness that we recognize in the real and on that, right? And when that Scorpio moon is full, this is that opportunity for us to really keep it $150 out here in these particular streets. But wait, there's more, family, because when we had this particular moon, right, we had this fixed cross was giving us all of this particular opposing energy and everything. We were squaring each other, opposing, and all of that particular shit, right? We had Pluto in Aquarius, we had Leo in Mars, and then we had the moon in Scorpio, right up there with Black Moon Lilith. Let's get this work out here in these particular streets, right? But then in Taurus, we got the sun in Taurus, we got Uranus in Taurus, and then we got Mercury that's in Taurus. Now let's get this business, right? Now when we got all of these fixed signs, this is the fixed cross. Fixed energy is it's stubborn. It's holding its space. It ain't moving. It ain't playing a game with you, right? It's what it is, right? You understand what they say? When fixed energy make a decision, that's what it is. It's that business is about, no doubt about that, right? And so with this particular full moon, with all of those emotions that we really don't want to deal with, right? All of these resentments, any negativity and all of that other stuff in your relationships, in your connections and shit like that, if those buttons is pushed up under this particular Scorpio moon, oh, you better believe that shit's gonna be exposed. You gonna learn some things at this particular point in time, because that full moon, it lights all the way up at capacity. So shit's getting illuminated out here in these particular streets. And this is really a good thing. Now, while at the time when you going through the change and really starting to dump a lot of real raw truths out here in these particular streets, ain't feeling like that at first, right? But this is really an opportunity, a alley-oop, right? For the divine to step in, assist us in some powerful and impactful ways so that we can move forward, heal, right? So that we can really move forward, empowered, heal, and really being able to jam in this thing we call ascension out here. That's what real ascension is looking like, right? When we dealing with truths. See, we be up under these illusions, right? Where we think we supposed to be on this whole love and light, and we get to ignore all of the aspects of the negativity that's going on in the world. But that's not what a lot of these people are really trying to articulate, right? They're telling you not to focus on the negative and all of the fuckery that's out here and everything, right? That don't mean that you don't see it and it goes away because you stuck your head in the sand, right? This is more about having that deliberate focus and everything. But you still, unfortunately, you got to look to the left in order for us to be able to pay attention to what's happening in this world. See, being real, being clear, being in the truth, this is what's going to help us to really move into that victory, right? Because now we dealing with truth. We dealing with shit with clarity and everything. We ain't up under no illusions and everything. And now that we got that Neptune that's in Aries at 0 degrees, baby, I've been jamming to that for quite some time right about now, right? Because this is paradigm shift we talking right here, right? This is all about us sitting up in this new cycle, showing up, stepping into our power in a whole new way, embracing those aspects of ourselves and everything. But we got to be aware of who it is that we are out here in these particular streets so that we can really move forward with clarity and make the adjustment out here in these particular streets. And so today I wanted to talk about a frequency that we all tap into at one point or the other. You're lying if you're saying that you don't. This is the ass nigga frequency. And when I'm talking ass nigga, this is all about when you doing stuff just to be on some bullshit at the end of the day, right? This is what's taking you into that space where you start doing stuff just because you're doing it for your own damn needs. It's an egoic type of vibration. You understand what I'm saying? And then what we want to do is we want to really begin checking in with those aspects of ourselves. It shows up in all of us. We are on this planet that is of cycles, right? We talking about the golden mean, the golden mean, the Fibonacci sequence, the zodiac wheel, the cycles and the seasons and everything. This is a cyclical planet. Everything goes in cycles and everything. And when we operate in unawareness, we find ourselves moving into this hypnotic rhythm where we just operating on autopilot, right? But when we are moving with awareness and everything, we change the cycles, right? And it turns into that spiral where it's starting to really become a little bit higher vibration and everything, right? We raising the frequency on the cycles that we're doing, right? So that we ain't like circling the drain out here in these particular streets. This is giving us an opportunity to really begin checking in so that we can move forward, empowered, healed. I'm liking this shit a whole lot. So we go definitely tap into the ass nigga frequency. Let's talk about this shit because see, this is about us being real talk. This is an opportunity for us to make that looking at shit eyes wide open, family. Eyes wide open out here in these particular streets. You go say, oh, no, it ain't me. I promise you, it's you too. Because this is what the human experience is. We got duality in ourselves, right? We got good days, bad days, off days, on days. That's just the ebb and flow in life. But when we moving with awareness, baby, this is when we start moving and grooving in some different ways. Now, understand this, right? As much as I love you, sweetheart, and I would love to be your friend, I ain't here to be your friend. I'm here to help you win. So we go deal with this truth in a powerful way, right? We go have a good time with that particular shit. We go move forward here and we go rock and roll out here in these particular streets. Let's make no mistakes about it. So let's go ahead and get this particular work. No doubt? Okay. Okay, I'm back. Now I had to stop for a second because I had to find my notes. For whatever reason, it like makes my notes disappear and everything. But I wanted to make sure that we get this particular business, no doubt about it. So we go talk about these ass nigga frequencies, man. We go get this work. We go deal with it. We go move forward empowered. No doubt about that. See, when Aries is on the ass nigga frequency, let's talk about this shit. When Aries is on this ass nigga frequency, we go talk about just exactly what your frequency is. Aries energy. Aries energy can strongly push their opinions and their decisions on the folks without even giving a shit about how somebody is feeling or thinking about that particular matter. On this frequency, there's an impatience and a desire to get some things done quickly. And this is going to lead them to dismiss folks at the end of the day, right? And forget all about the contributions that other folks made, any concerns that folks have and everything. And so a lot of times we see that Aries energy prominence. If this is what you doing, okay, this is known as being disrespectful. Now you might just resort to like undermining folks, you know what I'm saying, using intimidation tactics and everything in order to stay ahead. This is big Aries energy, no doubt about that. You need to know this because this is something you might want to check in on and everything. See, you might be sitting around wondering, why ain't I received at the end of the day? Well, you might want to check in on that particular shit. But I need you to know one thing for sure, Aries, when it's going down, I'm calling on you. No doubt about it. Official warrior energy with a twist of badassery. No doubt about it. However, Aries, you can be a bully ass nigga. So you better straighten the hell on up. Get your shit together, Aries, because we go get this work, no doubt about it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now, we're going to talk about Taurus energy, no doubt about it, because Taurus energy on this particular frequency is resisting changes. We already know, even if them changes could be beneficial, it's going to be really good. And in your best, it will be your best bet. It will work out for your highest and greatest good. Not so. Taurus can resist that shit. That's what this energy is looking like. See, once on this particular frequency, they forming an opinion, they go hold on to that shit firmly. No matter if there's the facts that's proven otherwise, right? They ain't gonna consider any alternative viewpoints and everything or change your mind. Not at all. Ain't happening with this particular frequency, right? Known for persistence and determination, right? Now, these traits is really positive. Let's not make no mistake about it. We got that shit, right? But this is about it being inflexible, right? Because it can continue, because it can help you, it can prevent you from reaching goals, you know what I'm saying, on your path and everything, right? It might even, it might even prevent folks from being able to get to the next level, regardless if somebody is giving them some advice to get to the next level. See, that's what in the hell it is that we're talking about and everything. Now, let's make no mistake about it, Taurus energies, right? The tenacity is what sets you apart from the rest of it. However, on this particular frequency, you can be a stubborn ass nigga. So your frequency is stubborn ass nigga. Collect yourself, Taurus. Let's get it now. Let's get it right. Let's get it together. No doubt. Let's do that. And let's move forward. It's all good. We got this. We doing this shit. Now let's get this particular work. Now let's talk about what Gemini energy look like on this frequency. Frequently shifting the interests and hobbies, right? Diving into new activities and shit with enthusiasm. Then moving on to something else. You know what I'm saying? Looking all unpredictable and helter-skelter out here in these particular streets. All chatty and motor-mouthed at the end of the day. Jumping from one topic to the next. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what in the hell it is you talking about. Lively, fast-paced conversation. It's gonna overwhelm you, bury you in a word salad if you ain't watching yourself out here in these particular streets. See, Gemini is represented by the twins, right? And Geminis can exhibit different aspects of their personalities at different times and everything. And that duality and everything, it looks like mood swings, right? Changes in behavior and shit like that, right? Now, let me tell you something. Geminis, most gangster. You got two brains. You so goddamn clever out here in these particular streets. But you need to know, in this particular frequency right here, on the ass nigga, you a crazy ass nigga on this particular frequency. And when your slip is showing, you gonna have to get it together, Gemini. Crazy ass nigga. That's your frequency, no doubt. Let's talk about it and let's get this particular work. The Cancerian vibration, I'm feeling on that, no doubt about it. Let's rock with that particular note. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about that. There's Gemini right there. Let's move. Okay. Cancer. Y'all got to know I'm working off of 2 presentations because my notes just will not come up on this particular thing. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but we gonna get this work anyway. We ain't gonna let Slewfoot energy stop us. The ass nigga frequency is ass nigga. And you understand what I'm trying to say? Let's get this work. All right, so let's talk about the Cancerian on the ass nigga frequency. We go do this business, no doubt about it. See, Cancerian vibration, they go frequently seek emotional support and affirmations from their friends, from their loved ones and everything, so they can feel secured and valued in this particular shit, right? Overwhelming, consistently reaching out for attention and closeness, wanting to spend a whole lot of time with loved ones, smothering a motherfucker to the ground, sometimes feeling left out or alone. They relying heavily on their family, on their close friends for emotional backing and decision making. Now, Cancer energy, most gangster, most supportive, and no doubt about it. But when we start tapping in the ass nigga, it's a whole nother thing. Now, listen, Cancer, when you love, you are ride or die, baby. No doubt about it. Let's make no mistake about it. But when you tapping into this particular frequency, you start hitting the needy ass nigga frequency. And you got to get a grip on that shit, right? Loosen the grip. Let's start. Hold up. Let me make sure we talk. Let me back. Not get a grip. Loosen the grip. Then get one. That's what we need to do, Cancer, because that's the ass nigga frequency. Lean into the ass nigga frequency when we start moving with that needy shit. Let's move up off of that. No doubt. Let's get it. Let's talk about Leos. Leo, you know you got some shit with you. We ain't gonna play a game right there, especially when we tapping into this particular frequency. Now, I can see here and we can talk about what it looks like in the highest vibration maybe another day, but today we doing ass nigga, huh? We doing ass nigga. I don't give a shit. I ain't here for that. Now, listen to what I'm talking about. See, Leos, I'm a Leo too, so we go talk about that. When we tapping into this ass nigga frequency, might embellish on some details and everything, might use some animated expressions and gestures and everything to make the tales a little bit more fun. You know what I'm saying? A little more entertaining out here in these particular streets. You know, we dramatic out here in these streets. We known for our passion and our intense emotions, and when we feel strongly about something, we go express our feelings in a grand theatrical way, especially when we tapping into ass nigga. And Leos often love being in that limelight. We like to be seen. That's what we do. This is what we here for. This is what we came to do. Know this, understand that on one level or the other, right? And may go to great lengths to stand out, whether through its bold fashion choices, larger than life antics and everything. And that shit, when we doing all of that, we doing too much and everything. And sometimes we here to shine. Let's make no mistake, but you here to shine, fuck what they talking and all of that. So as you go embrace what this is with you, or you go ahead and make some corrections and everything, because this is what's ass nigga about Leo energy, right? See, Leo, nobody outshines you. You rule by the sun, but you can be a dramatic ass nigga on that particular frequency. So pull it together, get some order about yourself, and figure out how we go do this expression out here in these particular streets. That's what we finna do out here. We ain't got time to be playing these games out here. Let's get this work. Let's get this work. We ain't playing. So let's talk about Virgo energy, right? Because Virgos, most definitely, let's make no mistake about it, known for the attention to details. Now, to a detriment, because when we tapping into the ass nigga, a Virgo, that attention to detail turned into something completely different. They go focus on minor imperfections, trivial matters and shit, pointing out little shit. You know what I'm saying? That desire for order and perfection can lead Virgos to being overly critical, scrutinizing a person out here in these particular streets for their actions, their mistakes. They just sitting around looking for Satan out here in these particular streets, remembering minor slights, wrongdoing, holding on to that shit, right? Longer than necessary, bringing them up in future disagreements. Now we got to recognize what's real, because we, you know, like we said, either we embracing it and this is what it is, or we checking in and we making an adjustment. See, Virgo, your attention to detail is what makes you the truth out here in these healing streets. No doubt about it. it can also aid you in tapping into the frequency of being a petty ass nigga. So check yourself before you wreck yourself. I need you to do that for me, Virgo. Let's get this work. We doing this. It ain't a game. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So I want to talk about these Libras because see, Libra energy, let's keep it a bean out here. Libra energy, they know how to get along with folk. But Libra will give you this. See, sometimes they seem like the least of the zodiac to tap into the ass nigga. It seems so. They know how to socialize out here in these particular streets. They about balance and justice and harmony out here. But Libra, when you tapping into that ass nigga, you avoiding to voice your true opinions, even especially if you believe this is going to lead to conflict. Now, this desire that got you wanting to keep that peace and harmony and everything, it show up looking insincere. You know what I'm saying? Because you out here agreeing with everybody's opinion and shit like that to appease folks out here in these particular streets. Overextending yourself to please others, making promises you can't keep, agreeing to shit you don't fully endorse. You know, turning on the charm, right? Looking like it's kind of superficial or motivated and charged by something else, especially if it's about social gain and favor out here in these particular streets, or folks is go accept you out here in these particular streets. Oh, it looks good on the surface, but we gonna let you check in on that, right? See, because Libras, you a badass out here in these streets. You can sell Eskimos ice cubes and shit, right? With that charm you got. But when you tapping into that particular frequency, you can be a phony ass nigga, Libra. So you gonna have to keep it true and walk in that shit. Be true out here in these streets, Libra. Check in on it, or maybe not. Maybe you like this. This is what it is. This is who I'm rolling as. Your choice. I just want to make you aware of it. You clear? Let's get this work. Let's do this business. Scorpio, we dealing with you. We dealing with you. I know you thought it wasn't you, but I'm assure you it is. I'm going to assure you that you tap into the ass nigga. I assure you do, Scorpio. See, Scorpio, you that detective, when you tapping in, asking all these probing questions, trying to seek out information. What the hell is you looking for, Scorp? What you looking for? Closely watching people's behaviors and shit and the interactions of folks around, picking up on little details and shit. People over there, you didn't see the way that they picked up that piece of paper, did you? You didn't see that shit. I saw the way they cut their eye. I saw that shit. What in the hell is you doing? Investigating, delving into matters. They ain't even concerning you at the end of the day. What you worried about that shit for? Ass nigga frequency, huh? But you might like it. This is who you are. I like being in people's shit. I want to know everybody's particulars. That's who I am. That's what I'm doing. You get to embrace that. Hey, look what you heard. And we gonna make sure that we all clear that this is ass nigga frequency. Embrace the ass nigga if that's what we doing. I like ass nigga sometimes, so let's not get it twisted. However, Scorpio, your ability to peep game, shit, unparalleled, unmatched out here in these particular streets. But you, in this particular frequency, is the nosy ass nigga. Get your mind right and look for God out here in these particular streets. Sitting around looking for all the flaws in folks out here in these particular streets. Stop that shit. You gotta quit it. You gotta quit it. It gotta come to an end. Let's talk about these Sagittariuses. Let's get it. Let's get this work, Sag. Let's talk about this because you fun. I like you. You have a nice time. I ain't never met a Sag I ain't like at first. Let's get it. Okay. The enthusiasm for recounting tales, sharing your knowledge, man. You out here lighting this world up, but tapping into this particular frequency. Have you talking extensively. And sometimes you ain't even noticing if somebody got something to say, input on that, if they engage in the conversation, if they checked out all ass nigga frequency tapping right there. You ain't even noticing. You just running it. diving deeply into lengthy discussions, expressing your thoughts, dominating the conversation, giving your expansive dissertation on how shit's going out here in these particular streets, speaking quickly, rapidly. We don't even know what in the hell you talking about. 90 miles a goddamn minute, a variety of topics, switching from one to the other. We getting dizzy in these streets out here messing around with these savages out here on this ass nigga frequency. Got their opinions and shit, just sitting around telling everybody what they think about it and how they see it and what they perception. It ain't nobody asked you none of that shit. See, Sag, your profound intellect and your awareness, I gotta tell you, hands down, you holding a lot of wisdom out here in these particular streets. But when you tapping into this frequency, you a motor mouth ass nigga. Shut the hell up and listen to folks out here in these particular streets. Let's get this work. Let's get this work. Let's move on over Capricorn. We go get this work. Let's deal with it. Come on, Cap. We know you got, not you, Cap. You ain't got a flaw. No, hell no. Not the Caps. Not the Caps. You can't say, yeah, you too. You got that shit too. You taps the ass nigga yourself. Let's get it right. See, Capricorn, sitting around thinking you responsible for every goddamn thing. This strong sense of responsibility, your desire for shit to be done right, had you taking charge of everything, issuing directives at everybody, boss talking niggas out here in these particular streets, insisting on things as being done a certain way and expecting folks to follow the way your guidance is suggesting it go, right? Imposing your organized methods on others because you think you got the best way of going it on and everything. This is where the frequency is taking. You insisting that your way is the best way, is how you tapping in to this particular frequency. Now, Capricorn, get this right now. Your leadership game is unmatched. Don't get it twisted, okay? But you can be a bossy ass nigga. Now, you got to be about the business of loosening your grip because it's just a little too tight. Get that shit together, Capricorn. We go get this work out here in these particular streets. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Hey, listen, hey, we gonna learn some shit out here in these particular days. The Aquarius. Now, you know you the water bear in these streets, no doubt about it. Aquarius, you came out here to shift some shit in these particular streets, but you taps that ass nigga too, no doubt about it. Let's make no mistake about it. Aquarius, you approach problems and situations from angles that folks might not even consider. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is where you tapping into the ass nigga, huh? You might have a niche or some type of different type of eclectic interest that's go different from the mainstream just to be ass nigga. Now, your passions for these unique conspiracies can make you seem a little bit quirky and everything, but this is all intentional to be on some shit that's absolutely different. Resisting society norms, expectations, standing up against authority. You see that this is the way we supposed to be showing up. You go show up on some different shit anyway, tapping in to the ass nigga frequency. Now, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm calling you Aries. Not Aries at all. Not Aries. Aquarius, your connected awareness, I promise you, you could change this world, no doubt about it. But let me tell you, with this shit you pulling, you can be a weird ass nigga. That's the frequency you tapping into, a weird ass nigga. Read the room and calm the hell down, Aquarius. Get it down. Let's get it. Let's get this shit. Calm down. All right. We go get this particular work. Now, who we got next? Oh, the Pisces. Oh, you can't forget that. Now, the Pisces, this is some differentness. Some differentness, no doubt. Now, we go sit here and predict, because, you know, Pisces, you know what I'm saying? They, you know. This is the house of hidden shit, secret enemies and shit like that. Let's not get it twisted, huh? Let's not get it twisted. We know Pisces can be just as sweet as they want to be, but we go keep it a bean, right? We go keep it a bean. Because you absolutely taps the ass nigga frequency. See, you rule the house of the blind spot. Let's not forget that shit, Pisces. Okay? So let's talk about what's this looking like in the ass nigga frequency, right? This is the tendency to see the world as you wish that it could be, rather than how it is. You can't connect with what time it really is out here in these particular streets. It'll be your energy that's bitching about me talking about the ass nigga frequency because it should be this way. And you should be talking about about love and light. But I'm talking ass nigga. This is what we doing right here. Preferring that fantasy over reality. Choosing to believe in the dreams, the illusion and shit. Even when you faced with contrary evidence, you can't even deal with the truth. The proof is in the pudding. The evidence is right there. You ignoring that shit. It's about that fantasy you got created and everything. Because see, at the end of the day, you like some folks, you go see the best in other folks, right? And you go put your trust in people's situations and shit like that. You ain't go really pay attention to that shit. You thinking because you just got a good vibe off of them, it's all good. Sometimes we got to let the left and the right brain work together. You understand? We got to work together. We got to know what time it is. See, because sometimes there's a little bit more. It goes deeper than that. There's levels to this shit. Let's do that, because that's a whole nother show right there, right? But this faith, this optimism and everything, this is what had you ignoring these red flags out here in these streets, where people thinking you gullible out here, where you the wisest one on the goddamn zodiac wheel. It don't make no sense to me out here in these particular streets. See, Pisces, you the most gangster intuitive. What the fuck? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. This is the ass nigga tree. It's the ass nigga tree. You got to come up out of it. You are the most gangster intuitive out here. But you can be a delusional ass nigga. You gonna have to wake up and quit the shit and do it bit by bit. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what we tapping into right here. This ass nigga frequency is some real shit out here in these particular streets. And if we ain't wising up out here in these particular streets, baby, then we go find ourselves at a true detriment. Now, the truth, it hurts, but it is what it is, okay? Because it's not our only flaw out here in the street. We got plenty. I'm just here to point out some shit we might want to take a look at. Let's not get this straight. Right? See, this is about us can take it in, consider it, and remember, at the end of the day, baby, as much as I love you, I am not here to be your friend. I'm here to help you win. So I'm giving thanks to the divine plan of love that's unfolding out here in these particular streets, sending out so much love, so much light. I think I done kept you long enough. Peace and light, peace and love.